While Fire Lord Ozai is far from the most complex character in Avatar, his role in the story is done very well. For me, the appeal of Ozai is in his simplicity. He's evil, selfish, and manipulative. There's no redemption for him. There's no misguided hero aspect like what's become so common. He's just a villain. Throughout the show, even when we didn't know what Ozai looked like, his influence in the story was constantly felt. Things like the physical and mental scars he left on our antagonist turned ally, Zuko. When Zuko talks about his honor, it's under the misguided belief that it was taken from him during his Agni Kai with Ozai, and the only way for him to get his honor back is to do what Ozai says and mold himself more like Ozai, a hateful, unfeeling, warmongering tyrant, instead of his naturally caring and loving self. The only reason Zuko is even hunting Aang is for the desire to be acknowledged by his dad. Before we even see what Ozai looks like, we get an understanding of who he is through his relationship with Zuko. Ozai doesn't tolerate people he deems weak and views anything less than absolute obedience as disrespectful. I say he's manipulative because he convinced Zuko that he somehow deserved the scar that he gave him, and turned Azula into a killing machine. Ozai also places great value in power and talent. This was why he favored Azula and looked down on Zuko. Zuko has the talent, Azula just has more of it, and that made her Ozai's favorite. Ozai is a ruthless person, burning Zuko's face, shooting lightning at Zuko, trying to reduce the Earth Kingdom to ash, and all of this translates into how Ozai firebends. He's aggressive, precise, and all of his shots are for the kill. In his fight with Aang, his firebending and lightning generation are at a level of mastery we hadn't seen up to this point. I think Iroh is more skilled than Ozai, but Ozai can pull on more raw firepower than Iroh. I think Ozai's character is seen as underdeveloped by some because he was already a fleshed out character before we even saw him. And due to the simpler nature of how he's written, he didn't have or need as much depth as somebody like Zuko did. By the time we saw his face, we knew what we needed to know about him. We were building toward a confrontation. Another reason people might hold this opinion is the aforementioned lack of redemption, or lack of redeeming qualities in terms of personality. But I also find that funny because those are the things that I like about Ozai. Him being a horrible person with no redeeming qualities is what makes him work in my eyes. You don't want somebody to sympathize with somebody like Ozai. You want him taken down. Even when Aang's raging out in the Avatar state, you want him to keep pursuing Ozai. The way I see it, the most human Ozai is when he's running away from Aang. I wish that characters who were just evil and can just be evil became the standard again. Not every antagonist needs to be a misguided person, nor do they need a redemption arc. They can just be evil and be dealt with by the end of the story. Trying to redeem a character who committed irredeemably bad acts needs to stop being the standard, because some people should just be incels. Eventually I want to talk about all of Avatar's antagonists, and I'll probably revisit Ozai when I get to that, but that's all I've got for today. Subscribe, have a nice day, and I'll see you soon.